talk about basics? You want to talk about basic free money? Want to talk about the simplest shit ever? Well, here it is. So we talked about Sauron. We talked about Sauron last week, right? We had the test. We broke. This is literally last week. It broke. Oh, congratulations, Bitcoin. And then you find support where there was once resistance. This is the resistance. Well, it only took 2 tries to break that Sauron resistance, and then it only takes 1 support test. I wouldn't rule it out testing support again, right? I wouldn't rule that out. That's actually extremely likely and possible. That is extremely likely and possible. But what does my heart tell me? What does my gut tell me? My gut tells me that that is the last test we're going to see against that support. And we're going to keep marching. And here we go. Neckline thesis intact. Never wasn't intact. We're going to retrace the neckline. Now the new question becomes, will we break the neckline? And you know what? We don't even need to know. We don't even need to care. What we do need to care about is building up cash reserves for the next time the market goes down. And that could be literally at any moment. And just to show you what I mean, we talked about this before, about how, you got to check out the rest of the market to see, basically to give yourself more context for what Bitcoin might do in the overall general market momentum. Now, let's talk about comp for a second. So comp is basically screaming free money under $300, and look how freaking low it went. I didn't really talk about this, but this is one that I was definitely loading the boat on. Now, if comp basically, let's just call it 233, okay? Now, comp hasn't quite doubled yet, right? Since that bottom, it hasn't quite doubled. But this is what I'm saying about context here. When comp hits around 460, I think that's going to be a market-wide pullback. Now, this is literally just a theory, and time will tell. Time will tell if I'm right, and that's why I say this stuff, just to have like a record of me saying something and then seeing if it happens. And, hopefully it helps you guys. I honestly don't really care one way or the other what happens. I'm just saying this because I am going to take profits on comp when it hits 460 because I doubled my money, dude. That's the greatest thing ever. Like, oh my God, look how long it took me. June, literally the 26th, I was literally starting to load up around here. Basically, let's call it 22nd up until, really soon here. Double your money? Yeah, I'm taking profits. Who else is going to be taking profits? Whales. So what I'm saying is, if comp might be facing a pullback here, I'm not necessarily saying it's going to cause a Bitcoin pullback, but I am going to say it's likely to correspond with a Bitcoin pullback. Now, let's draw. If we're thinking about comp, right? We're thinking about comp for context. That can help me decide where I think Bitcoin is going. And based on what I just said, comp has a little bit more headroom. So what's this little thing that Bitcoin's doing likely to turn into? This is a bull flag. And that's why my heart doesn't tell me it's going to go down and test support again. My heart tells me it's going to go for another little impulsive move in a second here. And that little impulsive move is going to correlate to comp having doubled since its bottom. Now, comp isn't the only coin that has doubled. That's another reason why we're already kind of reaching that, like, oh, take profits point. Like, yeah, most people are like, oh, the market just recovered, better buy. No, actually, better take profits because whales have doubled their money. I'm not even a whale. I'm just thinking like a whale. If people, aka whales, have doubled their money, people are taking profits. That's your benchmark. It's all about that double. All right, let's get into some more basics about retracement. So we talked about TRB before. Well, I'm bringing back up TRB. I never stopped loading the cannon. You think I ever stopped loading the cannon? I never stopped loading the cannon. If the price goes down, I'm loading the cannon. We got so much epic retracement on TRB right now. And this will retrace. I don't know when. I don't care when. But all I know is if I have an average price somewhere under $50 or even under $60, if I have an average price under $60 per TRB token, well, Look how easy it is for me to double my money without this thing even topping out. So this is the game we're playing. And we got to remember, nothing goes in a straight line. So like, let's just like talk about, how it might, this is a total improvisation. I'm totally just using my intuition to predict this trajectory here, but just look at it like this. Maybe something like this, right? Impulsive move off Bitcoin's bull flag bounce jump thing. Maybe another one. Maybe a severe pullback around here. Maybe. And you see how that goes. This is so basic. It's like literally kindergartners could think of this stuff. And literally, that's the key. Like literally think like a kindergartner and you'll be starting to make some sense here. So the point that I'm trying to make is you have to decide, okay, are you going to take profits and try to get back on the dip? That becomes riskier. However, if you think about stuff in terms of building cash reserves, not necessarily just, let's take profits on, my coin because it might dip and I want to keep my profits. No, don't think like that. Think like building cash reserves. Build your stable coins, you guys. Stable coins, dude. Have a fat stack of stable coins, whether that's USDC, DAI, all good. You can earn yield on those, and they're going to protect your profits. So it's not a matter of like, I doubled my money, take profits. That's a good signal. Yeah, if you double your money, that's a good signal to take profits. But you don't know what's going to happen next. You can't know where the market's going. So you don't try to, take your position when you think it's going to retrace down or buy more when you think it's going to retrace up. If you're up on your investment, take profits and put those profits on stable coins. Okay? Then anytime there's a dip, you don't even have to know when the dip is coming. When the dip comes, you have a stack of stable coins to buy that dip. So that's where I'm coming at with comp. I'm getting ready to take some profits on comp right now to build up some of my stablecoin reserve because I think it's somewhat likely that there's going to be a nice pullback here that gives a chance to buy more money or buy more Bitcoin, buy more money. Literally buy more money. And like, it's definitely possible that this little impulsive bull flag move here that I'm seeing could easily turn into something like, like that, right? Easily. And still bullish. Still bullish. Like didn't even retest the support, like that dip can happen. You still have bulls, right? Tons of bulls buying that dip. So if I want to buy that dip, not just on Bitcoin, but, like say New Cipher pumps up and then it comes back, I want to have stable coins to buy these dips. Let's talk about another one, Filecoin. Same kind of retracement concept. Like if you're buying Filecoin right now, look how easy it is for you to double your money on Filecoin. Well, when it doubles, people are taking profits. You should take profits because after that double, you might see a pullback. If you have built up your stablecoin reserves, you can just buy that dip and load up your positions. People are always like, like you're going to miss the market if you do that. No, it's not about trying to time the markets. It's about building up stablecoins. Stablecoins are game changers. Everyone's going to realize stablecoins really soon. The market cap of stablecoins could literally go higher than Bitcoin. Literally. And then what happens then? Well, then you get insanely high yield on your stablecoins that you hold in BlockFi or Celsius or wherever it may be. So, oh my God, dude. No.